What's up, transaction engineers? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We're so honored to have y'all. In our present tonight, we have Mr. Dave Monroe. How you feeling tonight, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. How are you?
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Listen, y'all, this video is for educational purposes only. This strategy may not work in your area. Check with a licensed real estate attorney. We're not attorneys. We're not giving you any legal advice. But on this video, we're going to talk to you about how to get paid without even flipping the house. And this is not even intentional, but this is what happens when you got a seller that tries to backdoor you. But first, let me introduce you. This is one of our students. Dave, how long you been with us now?
Man, I started real estate back in 2000. I took the first class 2020, man, which is crazy.
Wow.
3 years ago, man, and it's been nonstop since. I mean, I should have damn near left my job a long damn time ago, man, but it's been nonstop. Every year I'm always getting a deal, man, and I always come back, to the sub two. Um, but this deal was a wholesale deal. So
Man, it's so amazing though how you got a job and you're still able to make this work. And
yeah, I
some
know.
people don't have no job and they can't do nothing. How do you make
Yeah,
it
man.
work, Dave?
So I'm gonna keep it real
With
with
a
you, dog.
full-time job?
It's a lot of multitasking. What I do professionally is insurance, and then also too, uh, my skill is like insurance investigation. So it almost ties into real estate because you always got to go directly to the owner, and to go directly to the owner, you got to find that person. So I I guess you could say I kind of got a niche to finding people. But again, you do have to know how to multitask and do a lot of things at once, and it's not easy. And I know you about to get on me too because I still don't have a VA, which I should.
Whoa.
I know I should. I know everybody's getting on me like, why you don't got a VA? I just man, I'm from New York, man. I got trust issues, man. But I need I need to delegate my tasks, right, to have other people doing stuff for me. Um, but ever since I took the class and learning different strategies, I kind of implemented the stuff that you taught me, and I also kind of put my twist on it, and I got like a little groove, so. And I just keep pushing, and it's been working so far.
Yeah, I say delegate the stuff. The 8, 7, well, really, you can get now, y'all, with what's their website? It's a website we get the VAs off for $3 an hour. Y'all had them just put together the contracts, had them pulling your comps, just had them doing all the little small tasks, and you focus on getting on that phone and closing the deal.
Yeah, I know. Cold calling, man. Hey, I've never done cold calling. I've never done cold calling. Now
Oh,
I've done like reaching out to people, but like like how people have those softwares where it calls like 10 or 20 numbers at a time.
yeah,
Like I don't have that. My whole thing was always like text messaging, and then I always remember what you told me. I don't know if you forget. The best list that you can get, and the best way you can market is getting a list and properties that nobody else has, getting a
nobody
list
got,
that
baby.
nobody else is on. You
That's
know,
their goal. That's
and
the goal we're gonna talk about tonight, Dave.
and that's always that's I always keep that in mind. Like, hey, because competition. I mean, you already know right now, competition is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy right now. So if you get a house, or if you get a certain market that nobody's at or nobody's marketing to, I mean, you golden, and that's what happened this time around.
Mm.
I found this driving for dollars. This deal.
I seen that house a couple of times too. Man, I was
It's,
like, that's so ugly one.
I got the
But
video.
those
I got the video on my YouTube. I got the video of the whole house on my YouTube.
those are the ones that bring back big checks. So tell us a little bit about the deal, Dave. How did you find it? So you
So
said
I
it was
was
driving for dollars.
man. So the properties in Duluth, Georgia, which is Gwinnett County, and I'm
Good
gonna send
area.
you. Yeah, it's great. It's right across the street from like a golf course or whatever. And so I think I had like a dentist appointment or something that day in Duluth. My dentist is in Duluth. So I'm just driving, just driving around, and like when you're doing this stuff, you have an eye for some things, right? So you see
Yeah,
something
you better
distressed.
be looking.
And this property, when I say this property is hard to see, and you can check it out on my YouTube. I put a whole video of the property. You can't even see this property because the grass is covering the driveway, you know. But there's something there because the mailbox is hanging down on the sidewalk, So you know that there's something there. So I was like, man, I gotta check this thing out, man. Like, I gotta check this thing out. So I'm moving all the bushes and stuff, and moving all the grass, and I'm seeing this distressed property that just looks like it's about to fall down. But distress to some people is gold to us.
Oh yeah, baby. The
So I was
uglier the
like,
better.
man, hey, so right there, in my mind, you think like a transaction engineer. I'm like, okay, it's skip tracing time. Let's go. So the house was paid in full, no mortgage, no nothing.
So
So
free and clear, y'all.
free and
No
clear.
mortgage.
So no mortgage. So being that there's no mortgage on it, I already know this isn't showing up on anybody's list. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You check it up on PropStream, it's not even showing as vacant. You know, it's not
Wow.
showing as a distress, no liens, no nothing. Even though she had about 2 liens on the
Wow.
property. Like,
Dang, so what happened with the house? Why did they leave it so bad?
the her husband died. Her husband died, and I don't know what happened, financially, but they just like picked up and left, and she moved with other family members to like Milledgeville or something like that. And it was just I don't know. She just bounced. She left it. But the funny thing is, it was such in distress. Come to find out, when you go in there, she kept the electricity on for some odd reason.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know why she kept the electricity on. I'm about to send you to a copy of this check too, so you take a look at it. I kind of
Wow.
black stuff out, but yeah. So she kept the electricity on, and I didn't know that. So when you first walk up to the property, and you can see the picture in your thumbnail, it looks like a damn near haunted house. So I didn't go in there. I didn't when I first seen it.
Well, I hope I
You know,
can find it. You
I was
emailed
like,
it or you texted?
I texted to you.
Okay.
Texted to you. I was like, man, I was like 20. I was like 20 feet back, yo. I was like, man, I ain't going to this thing by myself. It's not happening. And there was like an abandoned car in the front. You could see in your thumbnail, like,
Oh
yeah, you was like,
man.
man. So it took me about a month to actually get in touch with somebody, because the lady, she was an older lady. She didn't have no phone number that I can actually find, but I was able to reach out to her son. And then her son, after maybe like a month, finally answered a text, and so, and then he was like, hey,
Bingo.
yeah, he was like, hey, give me a
Showtime.
call. He I was like, man, I was like, yes. Because I know in the back of my head, like, yo, nobody else is on it. You could barely see that house from the street, man. Like, it's crazy. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like trying to negotiate with him. I'm like, hey, do I need to negotiate with you? He was like, nah, you can negotiate straight with my mom. You can contact me in a couple more days. This Friday, I will be at her house. We're gonna have dinner together. Okay, you know, sure enough, I called, and then she got on the phone, and we just started talking, and she gave me her direct number. Now the sun is out, and I'm talking directly with directly with her, and then
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay.
and then that's when everything started rolling. We started just talking about you go through your like what you put in the class, through the whole checklist. How many bedrooms, any liens on the property, bathrooms, the condition, the roof, the any mortgage or anything like that. Just kind of just going through, the regular stuff. Um, and then we just got down to like the nitty gritty. But I mean, but of course, you build a rapport. You talk to her, let her know what you're doing. It's also great to have a website because you don't see these people. So what I learned, social proof is really good.
Everything now.
It's everything. Because they can't see you, they can't touch you, they don't know who you are from a hole in the wall. So just give them social proof, like, hey, here's my website, take a look at it, and you can see testimonials and all that stuff. So that was one good thing. And then the negotiating starts, and then that was it, man. We agreed to a price. The price we first agreed to was 80. No, the price we first agreed to was 75,000. 75,000.
Wow.
75,000. I got it under contract for 75,000.
Ooh, and Duluth, that's
And
a
Duluth.
steal.
And
Y'all, that's a
and
steal.
and Duluth, man. And
Duluth,
and
Georgia.
so what?
I was telling them Duluth, Georgia.
Yeah, Duluth. Man, this property, man. This
That's
was a gold
prime
mine.
real estate,
So
that area. How much what's the ARV on it?
300,
Wow.
300,
It
and
probably
it
need
was
a good 100 to bring
yeah.
it back.
Well, like I said, you can see the video, and go to my YouTube. You can see the videos. Holes in the roof. It's damn near holes in the wall. It looked like a damn near haunted house.
Dang.
Um, but again, this lady was an elderly lady, right? So she didn't even have an email. So I had to find out this.
No.
Yeah, I know it was hard. So there's a service, and we always use DocuSign. I found another service because DocuSign I think was talking some crazy mess. I found another service, another e-sign service where she can actually sign through a text message.
Wow. What's that? Do you know that one? Off
Yeah,
top.
you want me to give it to you now? I don't want to give all the secrets away, man.
Okay, hold the sauce back, y'all. You can only get this on the subject tube course.
I don't want to give you all the secrets, man. But so the service that I found, she was able to sign by her phone, and that same service gives how DocuSign, they give you like a signed certificate, kind of shows
Yeah,
proof of
stamp.
where you signed it. So once she signed it, it actually showed proof and the location where she's located at. It gave me like a proof of stamp, and I was like, yo, we in there.
Woo.
and then she just learned. I kind of guided her through it, and she learned how to e-sign on her phone. She signed directly from her cell phone, from a text message.
So when did she get shaky, man? What made you? Oh no, let me rewind. How soon did you record the affidavit and memorandum?
So she signed it on June 15th. On June 15th, she signed it, and then after I was actually talking to you, you kind of put it in my head, get a memorandum on everyone. These people, they shiesty. So on June 21st, I went over there to the court,
Tighten
filed
up.
that memorandum. 6 days later, man.
Always get a memorandum, y'all. Download it for free. It's down in the description somewhere. Affidavit and memorandum, download it for free. It only requires one signature, your signature, and you record it at the courthouse, and it just pretty much cloud the title. Now, if you can't perform, if it's on your end and you can't close, then lift the affidavit, y'all. Don't be out here shystering people. But if the
Yeah,
seller trying to back out of the deal on you, the purpose of the affidavit is to cloud the title so they can't go and sell it to somebody else because these people, as soon as you get it out there and you put it for sale, then you got some people shiesty, they'll come behind you trying to talk to the seller. Hey, I'll give you this much. So man, especially in a competitive market, man, you got a lot of cutthroat people. So you got to protect yourself. As Dave see. So what happened, Dave? I thought y'all was getting ready to close.
Hey man, this is like, yo, this is like, it was just so after that, so after you get it under contract, right? The end goal for me was not to basically to buy it. I mean, even though I had the funds to do it, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on. I wasn't trying to take on that project, but I know a lot of people who, who would do it.
Right.
So I start marketing it out. I mean, I got, dude, I guess it was such a good deal and such a good opportunity, man. I got the highest bid I got was 157. And I got that
Woo!
signed by
Well,
by
that was
one
a
of my
bare
best
bone.
cash, one of my best cash buyers. And I was just like, yo, we ready to go. Dude, I was so happy. And then he also like one of my buyers also brought one of his people to kind of go through the house with me, because I knew I was gonna, get it off to him because we done business before, you know what I'm saying? And he's man, he's really good, man. And I know he would actually come through, and I know he want this property. So um I got it signed, give it to the title company. Once you give both to the title company, that's when the title search begins. She had two liens on the property. They was like little credit card stuff. But this lady, she did not even like respond to the credit card people in like 7 to 8 years. So it was like a $3,000 balance turned into like maybe $12,000 because of interest.
Wow. And you see,
So
y'all, if you got your property in the land trust, you wouldn't have them problems. Always put your assets in a land trust. Don't never own a property in y'all name, man, for stuff like that. A little stupid credit card company took a $3,000 debt and turned it to 12. Protect your assets. It's in our subject to course. Visit us at mrtransactionengineer.com for all your real estate needs. Also, for those of you who need some coaching, need us to help you through it, who's new to the business, you've been trying to do it on your own for the longest and you haven't done one deal, man, join us. We got group coaching going on where we hold your hand and have weekly meetings every week, and everybody in there pushing each other to their greatness, to their next level. So book a call down below, and let's get you started, man. I'm telling you, man, life's short, man. If you're not living your dreams right now, if you're not living how you want to live, then when are you gonna start living that way? If the chips are stacked against us, they teach us to go to school, get a good job, and get
Man,
your
bump
little
that.
old ass fake gold watch. What they used to say, fake gold watch, and then you live happily ever after. Then inflation hits you, and they suck all your social security up, and then you down bad. So
Yeah,
no,
bump
don't
that,
fall for
man.
the trick, man. Do
Bump
not
that.
fall for the trick. Dave, you
Mm.
got subject tools, man, that you turn into Airbnbs and stuff now.
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy? Um, because I would tell people about this deal, and they'd be like, "Yo, how'd you know about that?" Like, I learned the memorandum from your sub two class, you know, but I implemented it in the
The
wholesaling,
wholesaler.
you
Yep.
know. So I mean, I don't know if it's the way to do it, but
Yeah.
you can always learn. I don't. I guess it worked for me. Learn sub two, and it can help with the wholesaling. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
all go hand in hand. That's why
I,
so many different area real estate we like to touch on to help people see. You get 10 deals out of 10, there may be 3 deals in there. You didn't even see a lease purchase deal or owner finance deal or short sale deal or option deal. You missed all those. You can't be missing the deals, baby. That means you keep leads coming. You close more deals than the average person that can only see with a set of wholesale eyes. They came for subject to, but if he only could see with the subject to set of glasses, he would have missed the wholesaling that he had right in front of him. So, Dave, she got shaky on you. What happened, man? You was getting ready to close.
Hey, so I mean, because I want to go like step by step, because
Okay, okay.
I know there's
I'm
people
sorry.
watching. They're like, what happened? So what happened was, so I got assigned by my buyer, and then her whole big thing was, because she was going to make a lot of money anyways. The whole big thing was negotiating her credit card debt, like her liens. That was her big deal, to negotiate it down. Because she had another one that was like another $5,000, and she had about maybe like $20,000 and all that she had to pay, and she wanted to negotiate it down. So she was just like, "Oh well, I don't want to close yet. I want to negotiate it down." And the title company tried to help her negotiate it down, right? But the debt, the person who was holding the debt, the attorney wasn't budging, and it wasn't our fault. Like, but the title company was helping her out, sent the attorney a letter saying, "Hey, we're about to close. Can you lessen the amount, where she can make more money?" And they didn't do it. So she was telling me, and she was telling the title company, and obviously she was bullshitting. She was like, "Hey, can we postpone the closing? Can we postpone the closing? I'm still trying to negotiate with the attorney for my credit card to get the debt lower." And we did. Because we needed her to sign it. So we was like, "Hey, we'll postpone it." And we kept postponing it. I damn near went to this, Disney World while all this is going on. And when I came back, it was time to close. That Friday, when we about to close, I get a call from her, and she's like, "Oh, well, I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna put a tarp over the house, and I'm not even gonna sell it. I'll figure something out." And I'm sitting there,
Oh,
and I'm sitting here like, "Yo," I'm sitting here like, "What's the?" Oh, and then in the midst of this, right? I even I made an amendment where I went up $5,000, so it went from 75 to 80,000. In the midst, I kind of skipped that part. I went up $5,000,
show us some love.
to kind of help her out, but still, when it came time to close, she was like, "Oh
You got
well,"
shaky.
she started shaky feet. Meanwhile, I know on my end, I already got my memorandum in the county court. So we in August right now. She signed in June, and we in August right now, and we same day for closing. She's like, no show. But she called me. She was like, "Oh, I'm not
No
gonna do it."
show.
Yeah, well, she was
The
supposed to
day of
go to
closing.
the title office that same day on that Friday, and she didn't show up. Yeah.
Oh,
So she called me, and she's like, "Hey, David, I'm not gonna go through with it. I don't want to sell." And then here's the big thing, how I know somebody else was in here, was like, in the
in the
works
head.
or in her ear. She was like, "Hey, is there any way where I can cancel the contract?" I said,
Mhm.
"No, ma'am. We have a binding contract, so you have to abide by this contract. And if you was to try to sell to anybody else, they're gonna find our contract in the court, and this contract is going to be held with my title company." She's like, "Oh well, we'll just forget it. I'm gonna just put a top over it and just leave it at that." Then I called my title company, and my title company was like, "Yeah, she just backed out. Like there was nothing."
Ah,
There was like nothing, there was no really big explanation. And I asked the lady, I said, "Hey, is money the issue?" Because I had a lot of room.
yeah.
I'm selling it for
Still can make it
157.
work.
Yeah, I had a ton of room. I could have went to 100 grand, like I had a ton
Still
of
won.
room. Dude, I had a ton of room, man. But she was just like, no. She was like, "No, I'm just gonna her whole thing was just put a top over it, that she's really stressed and blah 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 blah." And this is an elderly lady, so I'm just like, I'm not arguing. I'm
It
like,
wasn't
okay,
too damn stressed. She tried to back. She backed out.
hey. So so let's get to the juicy part. I would say maybe about September. We're going in September before I leave for my trip to Brazil. It's like the beginning of September, September 1st or something like that. I get an email from an attorney saying, "Hey,
Showtime.
we're trying to close on this property. We need you to release the memorandum." I said, "Miss Attorney, I ain't releasing shit." I didn't say it like that now, but I
Right,
just
right.
like,
Oh, so you
professional.
just supposed to say, okay, you can have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you backed out and tried to back out where you backed out the deal on me. Here you go. No, it doesn't work that way.
it
You
don't
record the
work that.
affidavit.
It
You
don't
got to
work
pay
that.
the piper. So what made you start up? What number did you start off with the attorney?
So so here's what happened. So I told the attorney straight up that um I'm not going to sign the release. If she wants to sell the property, she can contact my title company and we can move forward from there. And then I didn't after that, the attorney said, "Thank you for your response." I didn't hear nothing from the attorney. The next day I get a call from a realtor. A realtor. And when somebody uses a realtor, I know in the back of my head they're not an investor or they're not experienced because we don't really use realtors. I mean, shout out to all the realtors. I got nothing but love for realtors, but we buy directly. So I
Buy
knew
directly and sell directly most of the time.
most of the time. So I knew whoever is buying this is somebody's new to the game. Because we don't do that.
Mm-mm.
We definitely don't do that.
Come
So
straight to the seller.
yeah, so the realtor was calling me.
Direct.
The realtor was calling me and saying, "Hey, so what happened? I didn't, she was like, I didn't know that you was involved in this. Did she back out of the deal?" I was like, "Yeah, we was going to closing and she just backed out." She's like, "Do you guys have a signed agreement that you guys canceled?" I said, "No, I didn't cancel anything. I want the house." And he was like, "No," he was like, "No, no, no, we don't do that. I didn't know that." You know, yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. We're not going to move forward with closing because now the attorney and the realtors on the phone and they're afraid of getting sued by me. So now the negotiation starts. Like, what will it
Yeah.
take?
Showtime.
What will it take for you to get this release? You know, do you have a price? I said, "Sir, everybody has a price."
Yes, sir.
I said, "Sir, everybody has a price." But I told him straight up, like I really want the house because I know I will make more money bringing it to my buyer than you know getting a fee.
Right.
But I said, "Hey, if you want to do it, if you want to do this, it's going to be 70,000." I told the realtor like this 70,000. He was like, "Hey, is this your final price?" And the attorney was like, "Is this what you want to do? 70,000?" I was like, "Yes, 70,000. Take it or leave it." And they was like, they're gonna talk to the new buyer, and then they'll reach back out to me. Within a couple hours, I get the buyer calling me. The buyer's negotiating with me. The buyer start out at 50,000. And me and him,
You
me and him
already winning.
yeah, me and him going at it because I'm like, "Hey, I don't need your money. I don't need the money. I want the house. Like, I'm not stressing for money. You guys are coming after me." So his whole spiel was like, "Hey, and this is a young kid. He sounded like he's in his 20s.
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
"Hey, this is my first house. I have a family. I just got a newborn child or whatever.
Man, cut the check, man.
Yeah." I'm like, you talking about families? I'm like, what about my contractors? The contractors that I gotta pay, the people I gotta pay to fix up the properties. They're depending on this, for work. And you're talking to me about your money? What about my money?
Right.
you know? So we was just going back and forth, going back and forth. And remember, I started out 70, but I knew, I knew it was gonna be lower anyway. So we settled at 60. And then he said he was going to talk to his people. I guess he had to talk to his parents or whoever was buying it. I don't know who he was talking to. I didn't even know that he even agreed to it. We just got off the phone and I just said 60 and that's it. Bye. And then a couple of days later, the attorney sent me the email saying, hey, they agreed to the 60, but they have to clear the title because now that attorney has to clear the liens.
Right.
So, by that time I was getting ready for my trip and I told them I wasn't coming back, until like a few days ago. And they was like, okay, well, that's good because we're not going to have it clear until then anyways. And she told me that, they don't feel comfortable mailing it to me, because they don't have a relationship with me. So she needed me to come into the office, which is fine,
So you made $60,000 off a piece of paper?
I made $60,000 off a $25 memorandum that I got from your course. And this is the second time.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is
the second one.
Yeah, well, I didn't make 60,000 the first time. First time I made 20, but this is the second time this has happened. And I'm telling all of y'all, this is a shiesty. It's a profitable business, but this is a shiesty business because people will go behind your back. They will tell you something, and they will go behind your back after you put in all this work.
Oh my God.
They would go behind your back, and just want to be shiesty. Yeah, I can't stand people like that. People who just ain't solid. I'm a solid dude. I don't like that.
She could at least came back and tried to. Well, can you go up a little more, Dave?
Yeah, I would
try to back out completely. Just screw you. He don't know nothing. I'm out of here. If you didn't have that memorandum though, you'd have been screwed, man.
Oh my God.
You've been gone. You've been doing like this.
But here's the thing. I still think. Like in the back of my head, we'll find out once everything's recorded because we'll get to see who actually got it. I can't see it yet. I'm looking now, but I can't see it yet. It's not recorded yet. But I'm thinking to myself because there was a few buys, but there was one particular buy that I reached out to who was familiar with the area. Like he told me specifically, he was like, hey, I live in this area. I'm familiar with this area. I grew up in this area. Like I really want this house. But he was coming, he came at me at 150 and, my other buyer I had a relationship with, came higher and my other buyer was going to fund the whole closing, double closing. He was going to fund all of it.
Okay. Dang.
I didn't have to come with no transaction fees or anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a win-win. And I wanted to keep that relationship with him. I really wanted him to get this property.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my fault, so
people the back door. And look, y'all, this was an old lady, man. An older lady, an elderly lady tried to pull a fast one.
An old lady who doesn't even have an email. Try to pull it on.
And she was still had a little slickness in her. How old you think she was, Dave?
Oh man, she probably was because her son was like in his like high 30s, so she had to be like at least 70, mid 70s maybe, but and that's why I asked her son, I was like, hey, are you going to negotiate it? He didn't really want no parts of it, I mean, there was something in that house, man. It was like a damn haunted house, man. You gotta see the video. Pull up the video. This place was like
in the description.
Yeah.
You sent it to me.
Hold on. Let me.
Let us show y'all the proof in the pudding. Now this is Dave is not look, Dave. Are you an actor? Are you making this up?
Hell nah, man. I wanted you to come to the closing. I wanted you to come to the closing, man.
Look at this. Dave do this for real, man. He's got a full-time job, y'all, and he's still kicking ass. So there's no excuses. Can y'all see? Can you see this, Dave?
Yeah.
So he closed. Well, I ain't gonna say he closed, man. This is a check from recording this memorandum, y'all. That's for free in the description below. Grab that memorandum. Any kind of deal If you got somebody under contract and you feel like they're getting shaky, record that paperwork ASAP.
Record it,
Now,
man.
now
Record it.
look at this, y'all. I want you to see it. 9/14/2023, 60 freaking racks.
60 racks, man. Hey,
Man, how does that feel though, Dave?
it felt, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky, man, because you know my first sub two, that was big, you know.
Ooh,
You know
man,
my
you the only one in TE Academy history that hit for that big. His first subject too, y'all. Almost 200,000. I would say 200,000. It was so close.
yeah,
In
it was
2
close.
years or 1 year? How
You said
long you
what?
had to hold on to that property? 2 years
I
or
was in
1
it for a
year?
year.
1 freaking year. That blew my mind. I was like, whoa.
I was in there for a year,
200.
man. Yeah, man. It was yeah. So I mean,
I bet that one blew your mind, didn't it?
that was my first deal. So that was like, that to me was like everything, you know. And you know, when I went through that whole process, you know, I sold my personal property in Lawrenceville,
Right.
you know, but I still was, you know, I still wanted to see, hey, is this investment thing real? And damn sure it is fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Real deal Holyfield.
For 1 to 10, what do you think about real estate?
Oh man.
How has it impacted your life?
I'm gonna
Like
ride this thing.
if you never came to my office that day, and when you came, I knew you were serious though. You were like, man, I'm gonna do some of them subject to deals. I'm gonna do something. I was like, shit, okay, let's go there.
I'm gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off, man. Like, and I'm gonna tell you the big thing about, you know, this real estate thing that kind of keeps me going, because I'm a big advocate for credit. You know, like I think credit is everything. You know, but now I'm on my business credit shit, and then also too, like I'm gonna start doing more YouTube because I travel, and then I also want to put I'm gonna put like some credit tips on there and stuff. And like I'm just starting my YouTube, so everybody subscribe to my YouTube channel. But you know, the business credit is where it's at. You know, like the funding and stuff like that.
Boy.
You know, because now I got it. You know, I show you my renovation in Florida. I'm using all business credit for that. You know. And I haven't even posted my results. I'm gonna post my results soon. Like I'm using all business credit for that, man.
So how far have you got your cars up yet?
The what?
Have you got your limits up way more? They say you can increase every 3 to 4 months.
What you mean, my lenders?
Your limits, your credit limit.
Oh man, my highest one right now is 33 on a credit card, and then I have two lines of credit for 15. And I'm about to next week. I'm about to meet with another lender to get some more funding, and that's just on the business side. On the personal side, I got a whole bunch, man. And then on top of that, I got to show you some things. I got to show you some sauce, because I know you with Navy Fed. I got to show you some sauce.
Yeah, I'm with Navy.
Dude, I got to show you. I got to show you some sauce. I got a lot of tricks, man. Like I know a lot of stuff, dog. I know how you can get a line of credit with Navy Federal, and you don't even have to get a line of credit with them. I have to
they
show
say
you
you can turn it into a personal loan.
You said what?
Somebody said you could turn it into a personal loan or something like that.
You can make your own line of credit with a credit card, and if you have a business credit card, you can turn that into a line of credit as long as you have their prepaid card, because Navy Federal doesn't charge any cash advance fees. I got to show you this, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that people don't know, because you know how regular credit cards charge cash advance fees?
Right.
Navy Federal does not. So you can take money out your credit card and use it as a regular transaction, and you can get cash.
Wow.
They're
gonna plug. You got.
I gotta show you this stuff. I gotta show you this stuff, and then if you get their business credit card, it won't even show up on your credit report.
Yeah, I got a business credit card with them. They gave me 10 on my first one.
Dude, I gotta show you. I'm telling you, Eddie. I'm telling you, Eddie. I gotta show you some sauce. Hey, I put the link for the house in the private chat. Did you get that?
Yeah, look in the chat, y'all. I posted video today channel and the house, how it looks. The haunted house.
The haunt.
Woo! Well, you
The
sold it right in time for Halloween.
yeah,
Hey, somebody come up out that house on Halloween. I bet it'll spook some kids, boy.
yeah.
This ain't Freddy in there, man, or Jason.
That joint
All
is
of them.
crazy. That joint is crazy, man. And it was knives. It was like knives in the wall, man. It was like
What?
it. It felt like you walked out into like a damn scary house, man. Like it was crazy, man.
Somebody went crazy in there.
Yeah, and it was like so we thought there was blood on the wall because they wrote with like red marker on the wall and stuff. I'm telling you, man, you guys see the video. Can you
Oh, I
pull up the
gotta look
video?
at this when we get off, man. Yeah.
It's it's crazy. Telling you, man.
Man, thank y'all so much. Man, Dave, thank you, man. It's a blessing to have you on here. Guys, as you can see, living proof. Somebody who's walking the walk, talking the talk, who's not making any excuses, and I made $100,000 in affidavit fees from these shiesty sellers that try to back out the deal. Y'all stop letting them back out of these deals if you're gonna close on the deal. Now, if you don't have no intention of closing or your deal fall through, you can't get it sold, drop the memorandum. This is not for y'all who want to go ahead and abuse the situation. It's for people that honestly doing deals and you need to secure the time that you're gonna have invested into this deal. So download it for free below. Man, Dave, what do you think, man, about the academy, man? Have we been here for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, all the time, man. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I be probably reaching out a little bit too much sometimes, but I mean, advice and stuff like that, man. It's been good, man. I reach out all the time, man. Probably need to be reaching out more, but I be so busy now, man. And plus, I travel, and then I got a lot of investments going on. I got Florida, and then I got another investment overseas that I'm working on, and I'm still working on for some deals. One deal that I showed you today. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's been
yeah, yeah.
it's
You're
been good,
busy,
man.
man.
Yeah,
What's
I
up with
try.
the condo over there in Colombia?
It's slow, but it's upcoming, man. I'm gonna be going out there. I was saying within the next few months, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do a video. I got a lot of content, man, that I need to put up because that I just showed you. I
Dave,
mean,
we got somebody on you, Dave. Look, that's
oh,
what's up. Dave is kind of hot too.
shout out,
Susan.
shout out to Susan, man. Shout out to Susan. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff, man. I need to put up, man, some content. Like business credit stuff, man, that I'm on
Man,
and
please, man. And anytime you want to come back to the subject two class or the wholesale of land class and just do like a 20-minute segment or whatever, man. Maybe you could help some people. In our academy, man, it's a win-win. We want everybody to win. So, man, whatever you kind of sauce and help you can bring to us, man, to the family, we really appreciate it. What's up, Loopy G, Jerome, Debachi?
what's up. I need to how's that like the text messaging? Like, are you getting any like kickback with like all these like rules and all this stuff going on now?
Man, you got to register your number with everybody now.
It's getting a little too crazy, man.
Man, when we started text messages, what year this is, man? Probably back in 2015 or 16 when we first started, man. It was so sweet. People used to think it was a scam at first, but then we started
For
doing
real?
more deals, and now everybody's texting. So now it's just they making it crazy, man. I haven't found the only platform I see that don't require yet is REI Reply. So we got some guys in the group coaching. They loving that. REI replied, send automatic text messages out every 30 days or however you want to do it. It's pretty neat so far. Like we got high raving reviews about it.
Hey, did you? I sent you a text. Did you get it?
REI reply. Dang.
You ain't getting none?
Oh man, thank you, brother.
Hey,
Thank you for the love offering, my brother.
hey,
Man, I thank you, man.
hey, man.
I really appreciate the love, man.
Hey, man, you gotta do it, and you move too, man. So that, get some on me.
Man, thank you, man. I'm almost, hey, I'm gonna have my back wall, y'all, gonna be done shortly. I finally moved, man. I've had to practice what I preach. Dave, man, I like to, oh my God. I don't even think I talked to you about this situation. We're gonna hit about 5 minutes. And I'm gonna let you go. But I went to the bank one time in 19 years, kissing ass for a loan. Oh, please give me a loan. Please.
Yeah.
And my mentor said, don't buy a house in your name and get a loan unless it's your main house. This was a investment property. I made a little money when I bought it, but still, I had to go through so much to get that loan. So I'm looking for a house, man. Looking for a house. We looking hard for 8 months. We marketing, and these big houses, man, they don't want to come out of them, man.
Yeah, I bet.
They be want to stay in and ride it till the wheels fall off. But I'm glad I followed my intuition. So I went through my loan officer to check on this house. The mortgage was $800,000, right? But the interest rate went up. The interest rate was like 7%. So my payment was like $7,600.
Damn.
I'm like, what? Then they wanted me to put $160,000 down plus commission. So I would have put down 180 grand. Oh God.
God damn.
And my payment's gonna be 7,600, man. 7.5 interest rate.
For a new or for a used?
And it was a used house.
Damn.
But that's how much it was gonna cost me to get an $800,000 loan. Because I was doing no docs bank statement loan. You just go off your bank statement.
Yeah.
Man, they were busting my head, man. My intuition was like, no. I talked to a couple people, man. They was like, man, follow your intuition, man. Hey, then I was blessed. It was a lady I followed up with 2 months ago. She had just hit the foreclosure market. Man, we got in $1 million house day, subject to y'all, 4% interest rate. So the payment $3,500 a month, loan balance $559. Man, we probably put maybe 40 grand into it. Back payments 25. We came out of pocket 115, including back payments, money to the seller, and HOA. So we ended the whole deal, I would say 650, about 650, but it's worth 950 to $1 million.
Nice. Still in Gwinnett?
In Gwinnett.
Oh yeah.
So I could sell it now and get right now. Honestly, I could sell and get 400,000. But
oh yeah,
it's like everything we asked for. It's 8,000 square feet.
That's tempting, man.
Man, so I'm
300
gonna chill for a minute. I don't know if I'm gonna move no time soon, because they want to put a pool in and all that stuff. So,
okay.
Who is that? REI reply requires is now to. Oh man. So REI replied to let's say Sherrod. What's up, Sherrod? He said REI reply requires it too. So everybody require you fill out this little information about your phone number.
Yeah, man.
Luke said that's what he
used. Major kickback, man, like on a test. Cause that used to be like, that's like my number one marketing source or whatever. Now it's just like they're requiring a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's just like, it's
Who you
crazy.
using now? We
So I
still
was,
getting away with text magic right now.
yeah, Text Magic. I may have to go back to them, man. This company called Roar. I mean, they're all right. They're not the best, But then again, like I said, with this deal, I didn't even, this was a driving for dollars deal, so I didn't have to really do any of that, with this deal, But I'm gonna start marketing this to some list soon. So I need some softwares to use.
Yeah, check on that, man. Check on that REI. Oh, yeah, he said REI reply. Ask for it too.
I may go back to because I use batch leads. I got batch leads now, but I use them for text. They're not really good when it comes to text. They're not like the best, but when it comes to like filtering and stuff and kind of getting your leads, I mean they A1. But with the text messages, man, like this, it's not really it. So I got to find something that I feel comfortable with, and then when I go all in, I'm gonna just go all in.
Yeah, man, because you still text. And one thing about text messages, they get them instantly, y'all. Instantly, they got it. Boom. Then the RVMs. Don't forget about the RVMs too, y'all. Ringless voice messages. Have you done those yet, Dave?
I did them before. The service that I use now got them, but I don't use them as much. Like I said, I haven't been marketing like that because I've been busy. Like I said, I still work full time. I ain't gonna be I ain't gonna be doing that for a long time now. I'll give a couple more weeks. Like I'm done, man, because I really don't need it. It's just something that's just I'm just doing it for like the time being, man, because I have so much going on. I really ain't got no time for that. Especially the point of you actually going to school and working is for you to make money, right? So if I'm making all of this money off of real estate, then what I think that needs to be my main focus. So that's my goal right now.
Because this thing about not only the money, but the freedom.
Freedom, yeah, absolutely,
The freaking
absolutely.
freedom and prices, man. To be able
I
to
make
get up when you want to, long as you get your certain amount of hours in and get the shit you need to get done. Man, you can wake up. Who cares if you wake up at 10 or 12 during the morning or the afternoon? Long as
yeah,
you put your dedicated 3 to 4 hours in a day or 2 hours, whatever you dedicate every single day and be consistent, you're gonna win, man.
yeah,
That's the beauty of it. You can
yeah,
go be
man.
with your mom on the weekend or your son or your niece or your nephew, go to their prom and graduations and just travel, man. How God made us, man. He didn't make us be bogged down just working, working, and
Oh
working,
man.
working, and working. Man, all that working, no play, make you go nuts.
Oh my God. Who you
That's why,
telling, man? That was
that's why people on all these pills and shit, popping pills and stuff, and man, taking 50 pharmaceutical drugs, man, trying to escape reality.
yeah, man. You should have seen me when I was in Brazil, man. I had people hitting me up, yo, like, yo, D, yo, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. And I couldn't because I had to finish my damn work, yo. I was so pissed, man. I was like, man, I need to get rid of this stuff, man. Ever since I got into real estate, right? Ever since I got into real estate in 2020, since I took a course and I sold that house, every year since 2020, I made more money in real estate than I made in my actual career, salary wise.
Damn,
Every year. I mean,
that's
when I made that,
stressful.
when I made that one, I mean that 180, that kind of
But
quadrupled my
that took you to a whole hemisphere.
yeah, that took me like I was gone. Like you couldn't even tell me nothing. You couldn't even tell me nothing because like then I would do a wholesale deal, make you know 30, 40 something thousand. But since I did that deal, to me it wasn't really big because what's big to me now
Cause
is
you
like
you just got to like on your first one. That's very rare, man. That's why I said you got a rabbit foot in your pocket or something, man. You just be getting blessed, man. Like I never seen nobody come in the game first deal, boom, 200,000. But think now we can't now listen, y'all. This don't happen for everybody. Now, I commend Dave for his resilience because his first deal that he had on the contract went belly up. He could have easily quit and been like, man, this stuff don't work.
I remember that. Dude was lying. His butt off.
You know, his first deal went belly up, but he stayed at it, man. Stayed at it. Got blessed with that one, man. And Jesus Christ. But he was in our first 6-figure awards too that year. Wow, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a long road, man. I think you be forgetting sometimes, man. I think I was in the first ever class that you had, man.
You was in the first subject 2 class.
I think you be forgetting sometimes, man. I remember me coming to the office. I remember me just kind of just hammering like, hey, I'm going to get this because the thing is, the only way I was able to do that, it was because that was when COVID first hit, right? Yeah. So I was able to work. I didn't have to go into the office. I usually have to go in the office through the 9 to 5. Whoa. I was working from home, so that allowed me to basically kind of find you and kind of do the sub 2 course, and that year it just opened me up to like everything, dog.
Did you say the master class helped with it also? Being in the master class?
Definitely, man. I mean, especially with the marketing. With the marketing, it definitely helped. Like I said, I could definitely say I put my little twist to it, but I wouldn't have been open up to it if I didn't, get in that sub 2 class.
Man, you said you were gonna do it, man. I commend you. You said you came. Dave came to my office. We signed the paperwork, done the deal. He was like, man, I'm gonna do it. And boy, he ain't stopped.
Nah,
don't stop either, man. Turn up the heat.
Yeah, Turn it up. Go. I got a few more. I got a few more deals. Like I said, since the marketing has been like slow, the deal that I sent to you today, I probably got about 3 or 4 more deals like that are like off market.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get back with you tomorrow on that one.
Yeah.
What's a good time to talk tomorrow?
Like around this time, or just like during the day. You can always hit me on the text, man.
Okay.
Launch control. Yeah, I heard of launch control. I gotta hit them up and do a little bit more research on launch control.
He said, congratulations. Lucas said, congratulations, Dave.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I'm trying, man.
Download this free affidavit below. Book a call if you're looking to go to the next level. And if you're looking to partner up on some deals, but you got to be the boots on the ground in the area. Unless you're here in Metro Atlanta, then we got it. But text us at 770-334-9311. And Dave, how can they follow you?
Man, hit me up. I got my YouTube link there.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, youtube.com/HTLR. I just started it, so I need to put some more content. I got a lot of content. I travel a lot. So Brazil, Colombia, South America. I'm planning to go to Asia soon. I want to talk about business credit. I'm going to talk about real estate. I got a condo renovation going on, and I'm also buying a property in South America. So just stay tuned to that. So follow me, youtube.com/HTLR. It should be in the description. So just follow me.
All right, man. Dave, thank you so much. Dave, I'm going to talk to you after we click off here for a second.
For sure.
Thank y'all so much. Please visit us at Mr. Transaction Engineer for all your real estate needs. We got some freebies down there. Download the affidavit. Subject 2 contract. You can download that. Subject 2 class coming up. It's a link to get set up for that. Also in the description. Y'all keep going out there. Don't stop. As you can see, Dave has a full-time job, and he still is able to make this work. So no excuses, man. The only excuses are the one that we create. So don't create the excuses, and let's win, man. It's fourth quarter, baby. Fourth quarter.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See y'all later. God bless y'all. Keep growing and going. See you at the top. Peace.